The Muslim community is suffering with a plethora of issues. From being gay and being Muslim, committing zina, alcoholism, having affairs, poverty, domestic abuse, widows, single parents, people who are struggling with having kids, and those who have lost loved ones. These are all serious, painful issues that we need to have support groups for in the Muslim community, and we definitely need them. I'm Chaplain Adeel Zeb. Welcome to our series, WoRx. Today's topic is in regards to support groups. The hadith that I want to focus on today is from Nu'man ibn Bashir, may Allah be pleased with him, where he states, the Prophet ﷺ said, the Muslims are like one body. If the eye is sore, the whole body aches. If the head aches, the whole body aches. The problem that we have today in our community is that everybody is suffering. Everyone is suffering. But we don't talk about it in public or in private. And so we don't know that other people are suffering. And oftentimes they are going through the same thing that you are going through. I remember I was at Duke University and we were on a retreat when I was a chaplain there, and we had real talk on the dock. I think it was like real talk on the dock at 1 o'clock. That was like the phrase, right? And we were literally on a dock at an Airbnb rented home, and there was water and everything. And this was a strategy that I learned from the American Muslim Civic Leadership Institute, or AMICLE, where one person goes into the front of the audience in a chair, like I'm in right now, and they tell a personal story about themselves, very vulnerable, compassionate story. And then everyone who hears the story at the end claps in unison for like a minute, a solid minute, in affirmation of the story. And then that person leaves the chair and someone else comes in. And what we learned is that multiple people in that session were suffering with the same issue. And that is why group therapy or support groups are so important. I remember when I went through my divorce, it was very difficult for me. And I didn't know where to go in the Muslim community to talk about what I was feeling, what I was going through, the emotions, all of the complexities that come with divorce, the community perspective, your family, your internal, spiritual, social, physical, mental, financial, how are things going to change? How am I going to be by myself when I was with someone else? And I didn't know where to go in the Muslim community. And I Googled it, and then I found a church program. And I was like, okay, at least there's something. I know about Christianity. I've studied Christianity, like multiple seminaries in different countries. And so I was like, so I went to a church to learn about how to recover from and heal from my divorce and have some support. And as well as having, therapy and other things as well. Alhamdulillah, there, counseling and from Muslims and others, and also leaning on good friends. It's kind of like the process, right? But what I want to emphasize here is that we have to have these support groups. And this group of people that I worked with in my support group, I still talk with them today. Like that connection that we have a strong bond now because we all went through a difficult time together and we healed and we grew together. The Mayo Clinic recommends support groups because without it, we become isolated, lonely, depressed, and fatigued. And with support groups, the Mayo Clinic says you have increased resilience, practical feedback, and understanding of what's happening around you and inside of you. I have been working as a chaplain for 10 years now, alhamdulillah, at various colleges across the United States. And I've also done some community work as well, mostly with young professionals and other college students that aren't necessarily my students. The Muslim community is suffering with a plethora of issues. From being gay and being Muslim, from committing zina, from alcoholism, from having affairs, from poverty, domestic abuse, widows, single parents, people who are struggling with having kids, and those who have lost loved ones. These are all serious, painful issues that we need to have support groups for in the Muslim community, and we definitely need them. There are options available, but they are not Muslim, so they don't understand our cultural nuance, our religious nuance, and how it's manifested in our communities. So the power now is in your hands to start your own support group. It can be through a private Facebook group, a private Signal or WhatsApp group, or in your own Muslim community, lobbying at your masjid, or starting something at a local coffee shop that meets regularly. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, and if you want more, check out our playlist, WoRx, 40 ways to reconnect with your heart and with the heart of others.